Yeah, Bert Brown. Wasn't too sure what category to put this video into tonight, whether I would do it with a pipe smoking video or put it in other categories, and I think I've decided to put it into out and about in Gwynedd, Wales, in other categories, because it's not strictly related to pipe smoking, and it's a very serious video. It's about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, caused by an interface with the National Health Service. And I'd like to actually thank a paramedic who first suggested that I myself, one transport to hospital, may be suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, as a result of the experience of being ambulanced, and then what is witnessed and what goes on in the hospital setting. So I'm going to make a little video tonight, because I don't think this has been well reported. I don't think it's well understood, and hopefully you're not in a position where you're going to be rushed into a hospital in the middle of the night, in the middle of the morning, and not going to have to witness the things that go on in a hospital, and have to deal with the fear and the anxiety that can be brought about by those experiences. Now, I'm not a snowflake. I'm not a weak person. I'm not a stupid person. And I'm not going to bandy around words like post-traumatic stress disorder like it's some sort of confetti. All I'm going to do is explain my own experience in this context, and then you can make up your own mind. Like I say, hopefully you'll never be in a situation where you've got to be rushed in to a hospital, to an A&E department in the middle of the night or early in the morning, and so this won't really impact on you. But for those of you who are in a situation where you've been brought in by ambulance, possibly many times to a hospital, then I think you'll appreciate where this video is coming from. The paramedics, in my experience, are absolutely fantastic. I've got nothing but praise for them, but they are working in a war zone. I could give you some examples of some hospitals that I've been taken into where literally in the back rooms it's been less shocking watching an episode of MASH, the Mobile Army Surgical 407th Korean war drama, has been less shocking than to go into one of these hospitals and to see what is going on in the back rooms. You'll see people lying on their backs, unsupported, people on the floor, people with open wounds, people who've got serious illnesses that clearly aren't being immediately dealt with. You'll see blood, you'll see gore, you'll see all kinds of visceral horror, but perhaps worse than that, you'll have the sounds of distress echoing in your ears when you go in. You as the patient going in may not necessarily know what's going to happen to you, but then if you look around and see what's happening to these other people, and you see a wasteland and you don't see treatment, you're going to feel extreme anxiety and extreme fear, which nobody actually prepares you for when you go into one of these hospitals. I've seen very strong people being ambulanced into hospitals, my father being one, and then very quickly being eroded into effectively a quivering wreck. Why does this happen? Because your situation has not been identified. Nobody has supported you. Nobody has explained what is going on. They're all so busy that they can't give you any time. In the worst case, you'll have somebody making light of your situation. I went into a hospital in Wales, Aberystwyth Hospital, when I was having an incident of bradycardia with an irregular heartbeat, which was very distressing. And there was some joker of a GP on the ward who said to a nurse, well, I've got this guy here has got tachycardia, which is a fast heart rate. I had a slow heart rate. And he just laughed and joked and said, well, we'll put them both together and then we'll get, a mean average. I would really hope that you don't meet somebody like that in a hospital. In my experience, there are more of these people operating in hospitals, because I think the NHS is losing good people because they're just burnt out and they can't stand the stress of living in that situation. It's just too much for them. And you can imagine if you go in to a hospital what that stress is like. Many times, if you go into a hospital, you certainly won't find a bed. You'll be lucky to be in a corridor for possibly a day, maybe 2 days, just lying on a gurney in a corridor. Or you might be treated in an ambulance. And then, as one occasion happened to me, I was being treated in an ambulance and I thought, oh great, I'm being moved into the hospital. And all they did was move me from one ambulance to a second ambulance. I'm not sure how seriously you can treat somebody in an ambulance, but I don't think it's going to be that great. So a doctor came out and attempted to treat me from one ambulance 1 to ambulance 2. What I'm telling you is effectively a horror story, which I hope you never have to experience. If you've ever been to a hospital, as I have done in the past, it was a relatively benign and, although, stressful experience. Nowadays, through my experience of the NHS, it is a horrendous experience. And it does lead to an enormous amount of stress. So I just wanted to make this video really because I'm just making videos lately to point out some experiences that I've had that might resonate with other people. And don't underestimate the possibility of post-traumatic stress disorder. Certainly this does occur for people ambulanced in with cardiac arrest, or a condition where you think you are going to die. You can develop post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of actually being ambulanced and treated in a particular way in a hospital. In other words, you've had one illness, one condition that was taken you into hospital. You've now got another illness, another condition caused by the treatment that you have received. Don't underestimate PTSD. And if you are experiencing flashbacks, depression, anxiety as a result of the way you've been ambulanced into a hospital and the treatment that you received, please do take it seriously, because I believe this is a secondary epidemic that is caused by failures in the National Health Service. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think.